Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz, that's Draven Grimes, and it's Tuesday, so with us every week, Edgar from the Stuck Wrestling Podcast. I think the definitions are getting out of control at this point.
You know what? You know what?
I still get paid. Going.
I get paid for it. At least I didn't get up and hump his face this time.
Well, yeah. It's not the same with the sunglasses on.
Well, that's just eye protection.
Yeah, it makes him look anonymous.
Ski ski.
All right. So tonight we got some Raja and Psycho Stu updates. We got Clash of the Champions. Yes, Clash in Paris results.
The 90s called
we got the Vision and Becky Lynch and whatever the hell else we get into. We'll be back after this.
Cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain.
All right, we are back. How is everybody doing tonight?
Isn't it great to be alive on a Tuesday night to talk some wrestling?
Yes, indeed. How about you, Edgar? How you feeling?
Yeah, normally I would agree with Draven, but man, after what we saw last night in that Clash in Paris, I don't know, but we'll get into that when we get there.
All right.
How about you? How are you doing?
Doing okay. Excited about some things we got going on.
Mm-hmm.
We'll clue everybody into it more as we go along.
Works for me.
Let's see. Anything else? No, not really. Let's get into some news, shall we?
Yes, shall.
All right.
What you got for us?
Let's get started with the Raja and Psycho Stu incident update, because since we last spoke about this last week, there has been a lot of stuff going on, man. But first things first, most importantly, Psycho Stu has been he's out of the hospital now and he's doing good and he's recovering. So that's great news. And
yes.
There was a little GoFundMe going around for Psycho Stu that raised around $100,000 there. So let's start off with that, man. Some good news there.
Our guy David here says $200,000 has been raised.
Oh,
almost two, which is outstanding.
Yes.
Thank goodness he should be given a little bit of room to breathe with that. As you know, us wrestlers, we do not have health insurance.
Speak for yourself.
Not through wrestling, we don't.
Oh, okay. You didn't specify. You
Yes,
said we don't have health insurance.
You're a full-time wrestler unless you're married to somebody who's got some health insurance. You ain't got no health insurance.
I got private health insurance.
Yeah.
Not
Whatever,
even
dog.
the WWE people got it.
They got to buy their own.
Yeah, they gotta go private.
Yeah.
They're independent contractors. They're not required to have it.
Right.
Anyway, back on topic.
Yeah, so I was really relieved to hear that Psycho Stu was able to even, be clear to go back home, right? Because I'm like, man, he can be suffering from a lot of damages, after that brutal attack or whatever. So that was a huge relief. But still no arrests have been made, even though it's been reported that there is an investigation going on. Raja Jackson is still walking around a free man, and I don't know how that's even possible.
So, and I heard something I was encouraged about was I heard that the local state attorney's office had taken it away from the cops because they weren't getting anywhere. The state attorney's office can do their own investigation and bring charges without the cops being involved. So hopefully that'll speed things up, because that dude does not need to be walking the streets for a long time.
I agree.
Well, some people might disagree that he shouldn't be walking, freely. Some people think that Psycho Stu still has part of the blame for all this, and so much so that there's even a fucking independent wrestling promotion out there that decided, despite everything that's happening, they're gonna book Raha Jackson for a date. Some wrestling promotion here in California around San Diego, I believe. It's like Danger something.
Danger Pro.
Uh yeah. What the fuck?
So let me give some clarification on that. Yes, Danger Pro tried to book him, but the building that Danger Pro runs out of will absolutely have nothing to do with that. They've told him that if they bring him in, it will be the last show they ever do there.
Oh, thank God.
Good. Fuck, man. What kind of janky promoter backyard shit is that?
Some Ricky autistic shit. You know all about that.
Yep. Dealt with it
It's
in my
like
time.
talk about like being a fucking clout chaser, man. Like, I mean, there is such thing as bad publicity, right? I mean, there's no way
100%.
they were thinking like, oh, this is a good idea right here. This will get a lot of attention on this. Like, what?
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
it worked.
Yep.
It's not in the good way.
But going back to your previous statement about how some people think Psycho Stu has some responsibility in what happened. So here's my take on this, and anybody has an issue with it, they can find my social medias, they can tell me all about it. I really don't give a fuck. The moment that they sat down and talked and apologized, and the moment Raja accepted the apology, that should have been the end of it. Now, granted, the promoter overstepped his fucking boundaries and went over to Booker's head and added something into a show that should not have been added. Cool. But the moment he fucking took that shit too far, the moment that single leg turned into a legitimate slam to his fucking head, the moment he got knocked out, that promoter is just as responsible as Raja at that point because he allowed that shit to happen on his own watch.
I agree.
Am I wrong here? Or?
No, I completely agree. I mean, there's a level of responsibility, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I rewatched these clips, right, on David Otunga's Facebook page because David Otunga, he's like a Harvard graduate.
We know David.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah. So
he's a lawyer also.
yeah, so I watched the clips again and I actually paid attention this time because before I didn't want to watch it because it doesn't take a fucking genius to understand what's happening here, right? Like I got the gist of it and Raha fucked up. All right. It was on him. But I actually watched the clips this time. And I think they're gonna go with Raha Jackson is not a pro wrestler. He doesn't understand the terminologies. He was under the impression that it was okay for him to go in there and beat the fuck out of this guy for real. Because after I watched those clips, that's what it seemed like. They were literally telling him, go in the ring and you're gonna fuck his shit up. You're gonna give him a receipt. You're gonna do this to him. You're gonna do that.
You're gonna
But
tag
Raha
him,
was
tag his ass.
yeah. But if you're telling that to someone who's not a pro wrestler, who doesn't understand the terminology, he was thinking, oh, they're giving me the green light to go really fuck this dude up. And I'm like, none of these guys like sat down and told him, like, hey, you're not really gonna hit him, right? You're like, this is just part of the show. Nothing. They were just like, yeah, go in there, fuck him up. Like, so I think that is gonna work in Raha Jackson's defense. And
Yeah, but we all know what professional wrestling is. And the minute the dude was unconscious, no matter what his reasoning was, no matter how many green lights he's been given, at that point, if you keep going, you're breaking the law. So he might have said, if he had stopped at the slam and he was like, hey, they told me that I could jump in and do this, I didn't mean to knock you out, that would be fine. But the fact that he looked down at an unconscious man and just started pounding the fuck out of him, like that's where the assault comes in and the aggravated assault and potentially attempted murder comes in.
I mean, yeah, that's what most reasonable people with some sense, you would assume, but unfortunately, that's not really how the system works. Like, how many people have gotten off the hook for legitimate, like, homicide and stuff because they plead insanity? Even though they're responsible, they're not always fully responsible. There's a lot of things that get blamed for these things. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get blamed, and it's not all going to be fully on Raja, unfortunately. But I hope I'm wrong because those tapes are fucking wild, man.
Well,
Uh,
and here's the thing, another thing, especially that incriminates him. He's on the fucking live stream saying, fuck it, I'm going to fuck him up anyway. Like, it's premeditated what he's decided he's going to do. Whether he's a worker or fucking not. He's on camera, and what was it? 50 subscribers, and he'll fuck him up for real or some shit like that?
well, no, he said how many subs to knock him out. And he said, I don't know. But yeah, it's like
It's all premeditated.
to be that fucking. I don't keep saying this forever. To be such a weak-minded pussy that you can let people online tell you to throw your life away and you do it, you don't even deserve to walk free.
Mm-mm.
No, every man is responsible for their own actions. I get that. But this kid he's a kid and he's young enough and dumb enough to believe like these people are going to let me go in there and really hurt someone, and he seemed genuinely excited for that. Like in that video he was like, I always wanted to fuck up a pro wrestler for real, and I'm going to go in, they're going to let me do it, and he really believed that what he did was what the promotion wanted him to do.
But at the same
But
time, in the eyes of the law, he's not a kid. He's a grown ass fucking man that has control of his own over his actions.
yeah,
And
I hope
again,
so.
like Dark said, with a single leg and the slam down, if that was the end of it, okay, no harm, no foul. Shit happens. I've been knocked out in the ring. He's been knocked out in the ring. It fucking happens from time to time. But the 24 deliberate shots to the face and mouth, to the point he has orbital fractures, multiple missing teeth, and he was choking on his own blood and his fucking, what was left of his fucking teeth in that ring that night. Got a phone call from one of his coaches telling him that he fucking flatlined in the ring, and the only thing he could say was, "Oh, my bad."
Yeah.
And then the following day, while his dad's trying to fucking talk to him, which we'll get to him in a fucking minute, piece of shit, he couldn't even take accountability for his own actions. He blamed the fucking cameraman for continuing to film this. Not like, everybody else has a camera in their fucking hand at that fucking show.
Yep.
He takes zero accountability for what happens because he thinks he's fucking untouchable, because in his eyes, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Do you know who my dad is? Yeah, and I really don't fucking care who your fucking dad is.
Yep.
Well, Rampage Jackson did go online and broke silence again. And he left a really, really long message to the fans, the wrestling
He did it
community, and
twice.
everyone in the world. Yeah. The second one was a little bit long, though. I don't know. Do you guys want to read it, or
Yeah,
how do
go
you guys
ahead.
want to do it?
If you got him pulled up, go ahead. If not, I can pull him up real quick.
I got it right here. I can read the entire thing.
Okay.
So this was Rampage Jackson, and he said, "This has gone too far." This is a quote. "I'm sick of being quiet and letting all the low IQ people fall for clickbait. Yes, my son took things way too far, and I'm pissed at him for being a piece of shit and the way he handled it. But if Psycho Stu wasn't drunk and wouldn't have hit my son over the head with a real beer can while he was live streaming on his own stream, then Knox wouldn't have felt like they had to make things right by letting Raja get his get back in the ring. If my son, first of all, I'm gonna stop right there. What do you guys think about that so far?"
Excuses.
Yeah.
Excuses.
Okay.
It might have been a real beer can. It was an open beer can,
That was
clearly.
maybe a quarter full.
Maybe a quarter full.
And it was already crunched up. So it wasn't like it was a full fucking.
And it was a worked shot. You could tell that's not how you hit somebody in the head with a beer can if you're not trying to work it.
Yeah, it's not like the twisted tea beer can shot we saw a couple years ago in the convenience store.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's a fucking excuse, but continue.
All right. If my son would have just went to the police when the beer can incident happened, then the whole event could have gotten shut down and he could have sued. But no, my son is not as smart as I'd like for him to be. Now my family and I are getting racist threats because all of the misinformation being posted so content creators can get paid from viewers. All right, thoughts on that so far? Any?
Um. Yeah. I mean, I hope that he doesn't have a publicist, because if he does, she sucks.
100%.
Like, he should not be making these statements because they don't look good at all for him. It's not helping them at all. Like, of course, we're in this world of everybody wants views, but he did break the fucking law. I mean, that's the bottom line. You're in the public eye, so more people are gonna care about it. If it was just some dumb fuck that jumped in there and laid a wrestler out, yeah, we would have heard about it, I'm sure, but it wouldn't have been national news for the last week if it wasn't Rampage's kid.
Yep.
So you gotta take your fucking medicine. Sorry, dog.
And also take into account that even though Rampage is not a trained professional wrestler, he's been a part of professional wrestling in his career in the UFC. He was in TNA at a couple of stints. So he understands how the business fucking works. And for him to say something about a real beer can, dude, that's pussy shit. Straight up pussy shit.
Yeah, he knows shit's gimmicked. He knows that people hit a certain way.
And the one thing that he does not even touch on this, if Raja wasn't in a position where he could be fucked with, none of this shit would have happened. Because Raja put himself into play in that locker room, so to speak. And if you're in there, you are just as acceptable to a fucking rib as any old Tom, Dick, or Harry sitting out there.
Yeah.
You are not fucking special. And if you got a camera on you, oh, motherfucker. Motherfucker, that makes you even more of a fucking target for a rib.
Yeah, because if these guys are old school, doesn't matter whose camera it is, you've got to be your character. If they, especially in and around the promotion, I guarantee you they have to keep kayfabe.
This next fucking statement is pretty wild too.
I'm listening.
We're like halfway through this fucking tweet or whatever it is, but he says people actually think my son just snuck in a ring in front of a live audience and picked Psycho Stu up without permission to be there. No, we don't. We all know why he went in there. We've all seen it on video.
Correct.
He didn't just sneak in there on, by himself. He was told to do it. So that right there, that's a crazy statement already. And then he continues with, "Get smart, people. It was staged." But Raja took it too far. He only shook his hand and accepted Psycho Stu's drunken apology because they said that he can get in the storyline. He was told he could, quote, fuck him up. I have witnesses that says this isn't the first time that Psycho Stu has done some drunk shit backstage to a fan. Pause on that there so far. What do you guys think of those comments?
So as far as the drunkenness, that's all fucking hearsay. Unless you've got a fucking breathalyzer and you had it on him at that point in time and you could tell he's drunk. Dude, you can walk around with a beer, not even drinking that bitch, and they'll call you fucking drunk. It's all hearsay. How many times have you walked around in a fucking locker room, though? And this is the fault of the locker room. How many times you walked into a locker room that I've been a part of and alcohol has been involved?
Mm-hmm.
once. And the one time it was, I got it knocked the fuck out real fucking quick. At that
I was
point,
gonna
it's the
say,
Booker's
isn't
fault.
that like frowned upon, like to be doing that before a match?
In every locker room I've ever been in, yes, because you don't want to go in there inebriated. But by the way those videos were looking, it looked like they were just in the back cooking out, hanging out, having a good time. And we don't know how far away, as far as time wise, that was happening from the actual show. That could be 6-7 hours away from bell time.
Could be.
Well enough time to fucking have a beer or two and fucking be fine by the time you get to put your shit on.
It was the fact that the biggest problem is the fact that, well, the biggest problem is that he thought it was a good idea to do anyway. But the biggest problem is that he seemed like he was at a level 3 after they shook hands and he started walking through the building. By the time he jumped in the ring, he was at a 15 because of these fucking kids on his stream daring him, call him a pussy. His dad calling him, saying he was gay for hugging up on wrestlers in tights. Like, he just got pummeled with all this shit. And gotta be able to take it. I mean, you're a grown man. If you, I don't know. We've talked about this story a lot the past couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's until he gets
Yeah.
arrested, I don't know what else there is to say.
Shall we keep going in the Rampage Jackson rant?
Yeah, we can finish up on Rampage real quick.
All right. He continues. Now that we have backstory that my son attacked an innocent military vet with PTSD, like my son knew everything about the man that came up from behind him and hit him, then asked him to sell it. I have other kids to protect and I don't take kindly to threats. I'm not scared of prison or dying for my kids, and calling me names won't hurt my feelings. My son should face the consequences for going too far. He knows better. That's why he didn't tell me anything about the storyline. But Psycho Stu is lucky I wasn't there when he hit my son over the head with the beer can the day after he got concussed from sparring the day before. I wouldn't have cared.
Oh, well, hold on. I thought it was an excuse that Raja didn't know everything about Psycho Stu. Then why would Psycho Stu have known that the kid was concussed?
And on top of that, the original account was that he got concussed 3 days prior to this, not the day before. I've had concussions. I know the day after I get a concussion, I'm not out doing a fuck thing.
Yeah.
So at what point is the truth and what point is not the truth? Because Raj is saying it was 3 days prior. In the video,
I read somewhere it was a week prior.
What up, Shads?
Well,
Good to see you.
regardless, even if you have a fucking concussion, why the hell are you putting yourself in a situation where you could be fucked with? And if you're that weak-minded, if you're that thin-skinned and you can't handle anybody saying or doing anything around you, you in the worst fucking place on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestlers do not give a fuck. If there's a chance to rib you, and if you're in one of those locker rooms that have no problem ribbing everybody, you getting fucked with. Whether you want to or not. And there's been plenty of locker rooms me and him's gone into where we don't want to get fucked with, but we still get fucked with, but we understand it's the culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in good fun. It's not like, you know, what was it? What did Billy fucking do?
Everything.
He did everything. There was one in particular. It had to do with shaving cream.
Mm.
I don't remember. Oh, he put shaving cream in my first aid kit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I didn't find that for like a week.
Damn.
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, but I mean, it's something
That
as
would've
lighthearted
been
as
your
that.
ass.
And, you know, I've been hitting the head with shit before. Cans included, bottles included. Hell, I've had people just run by me with a fucking cooking sheet and just smack the shit out of you. It's all in good fun.
Yeah.
Get the fuck over it. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, I've told this story too. one of my boys that he's a friend of the show. His name is Soto619. Shout out to him. He's not a wrestler, not an MMA fighter, not any he's not like in any combat sport at all whatsoever. He was promoting a lucha libre show recently, and they told him that he can get in the ring to do a run-in, and he got hit over the head with a chair unexpectedly. They didn't tell him, they didn't warn him. He had no idea this was going to happen, and he took a chair shot straight to the head, and he sold it like $1,000,000. And I was like, hey,
Not
how
gonna
was
lie,
it?
if it's a video I think it was, I swear to God it was you that got hit with the chair.
Nah, nah, it wasn't me. I would not fuck that. You tell me to get in the ring, I'm gonna be like, hell no, got me fucked up. But I was like, how was it? He was like, oh man, he was like, it wasn't bad actually. He's like, I would do it again. And it looked pretty fucking vicious, right? And I'm like, a little fucking, a work shot to the head with the empty beer can to a trained MMA fighter like Raha Jackson, who's trained to take hits to the head and face and you know, to take this damage. They're making that such a big deal, but like,
And he admitted through his live stream that it didn't hurt. He's like, it didn't hurt. It just pissed me off though.
yeah. So
And again,
So
it all falls back on the apology. Now, if he said "fuck your apology," it's on fucking site. That's one thing, but you accepted the man's apology, and then you go do this.
yeah.
You're one of the lowest forms of fucking scum I've ever met.
So go ahead and keep going.
all right, where did I leave off? Sparring. I wouldn't have cared if a bunch of pro wrestlers would have jumped me. I'm a father first. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Let's all learn a lesson. Keep your damn hands to yourself. If you get paid to do fake fighting, don't disrespect people that do this shit for real. Now I put myself in this shit. DM me now.
Just saying, that message is still sitting in my inbox.
Cringe as fuck, dude. Cringe. Yeah,
And this is also like starting a lot of shit between like the shoot fighting and the pro wrestling fighting fans, because I've gotten comments on my socials of people that are like, oh, you wrestling people don't mess with us, real fighters, we're superhumans, like we don't fuck around like that. But I'm like, bro, you're a fucking idiot, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
look, there's people need to understand that wrestlers, even though we don't throw punches in each other's faces, like for real, we get hit with real shit. We get slammed on real shit. Wrestlers are some of the toughest motherfuckers out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's see if Rampage Jackson can do any of the shit that Moxley does on a weekly basis.
Oh hell, one time.
Yeah, one time. That's what I'm saying.
And not to mention,
Anything that Sabu used to do.
and
You
not
know,
and not to mention, it's like I stated last week. I'll state it here again this week. 95% of the professional wrestlers in this world have some form of martial arts background, some form of fucking fight training. So it's not like we go out there and we fucking put on fucking skimpy tights and play ballet. If shit fucking hauls off, we're gonna fuck you up.
yeah. I mean, it's just to downplay the toughness of professional wrestlers is childish, especially when you've gotten checks from a wrestling.
Right?
Yeah, but the last thing about all this, that I wanted to get your thoughts on, and there's one other good thing that came out of all of this was the news about AJ Mana, the guy that was walking that had
Yeah.
the cowboy hat. Apparently, his employer are actually some people with some sense, because it was reported that he not only got fired from Knox X Pro Wrestling, but AJ Mana also got fired from his day job
Yep.
for you know his involvement in all this. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
good.
How could they not though? I mean, his face is all over this.
Yep. And people can realistically say that he's the one who started the hothead progression. So he was the one who. It was ridiculous. He didn't just say go in there and give him a little receipt. He said go in there, tag his ass. If anyone has a problem with it, I'll jump in the ring. You know, like he was really amping him up for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So, hashtag fuck that guy.
Right.
for real. Yeah.
So anything else
yeah.
we need to speak on the whole Raja Rampage thing?
Nope, that's it for now. The only thing that we're waiting for is to see if they're actually gonna do something. Is Psycho Stu gonna press charges, or is there anything else gonna come of this? But we'll see.
Well, hell, even if he don't press charges, the state of California is going to.
Well, let's hope.
Hope so. Hope so. All right, what you got next?
You want to go to commercial real quick?
Yeah, I suppose we'll get quick. We will be right back. What up, Yo Faction? Today's day and age, internet security is of a paramount importance. That's why today's sponsor is Surfshark VPN. Tell them about it, Draven.
Dude, it's really quite simple. VPNs are the way of the future. Keeps your stuff secure, safe, and out of hackers' hands. You want to go watch Netflix over in Japan? Flip that shit over. You want to go watch the capital P word, and you can't because you're in one of these states that got it banned? Flip that shit over to another country. Really quite simple.
Absolutely. Keeps your information safe, out of the hands of hackers. VPNs, as Draven said, are the future. If you use the link in the description, you can get Surfshark VPN for 88% off plus 3 free months.
Damn, that's quite a steal.
Yeah, we're talking about less than $2 per month plus 3 free months. You sign up using the link in the description. Safe surfing, happy surfing, keep your shit safe. We'll get back to the show. All right, we are back. Now, make sure you pay attention to that Surfshark ad, because even Stephanie McMahon is telling you to use a VPN to watch WWE PLEs on Netflix from other countries.
Well,
All
since
right.
Stephanie, is endorsing, I guess I'll jump on that crazy train.
Yeah. So check out the link in the description for our Surfshark. 88% off plus 3 free months. I think we paid what, $50 for 2 years, 27 months worth.
I paid it all up at once, so it was like 58 altogether with taxes and everything.
For 2 full years.
Dude, we're good
What?
until 2028. We're
That
fucking
is
Gucci.
a steal.
Yeah.
Ain't it though? And I can watch all my anime. Shit.
All the anime. All right. So
Yeah,
what you got
especially
next?
with WrestlePalooza coming up, man. That's gonna.
Oh yeah, dude. I watched Clash in Paris on Netflix Sunday. That shit came through more crystal clear than it ever has on fucking Peacock. No fucking issues.
And when you're in Canada, it's the same announce team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Yeah, well, speaking of Clash in Paris, you guys, let's talk about it for a little bit. How was you guys' how'd you guys feel about Clash in Paris this weekend overall?
Not their strongest pay per view, but not their worst.
It wasn't bad. And the storylines have been good. I think the execution of some of the matches are bad.
Oh, you love the Donnybrook.
Oh, fuck that shit.
I forgot about that one.
Dude, that
I wish I
that
could.
storyline needs to be deleted from memory.
I did see this one picture. It was like an upper shot of Rusev having a camel clutch on Sheamus. It said the new Cracker Barrel logo. I'm with it. All right, so pull up the card and let's talk about it.
All right, let's get this one out of the way. Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch.
I want to
You guys
just,
even watch that match?
before we get started, I want to just bring to attention that I got every single one of these picks correctly.
Fuck off.
Every single one of
Really?
them. You can go check our pre-show picks.
The only reason you got them all right is because me and you differed on one fucking match.
That's right.
Wait, but how did you get all of them right if one of the matches was announced literally the day before?
Because we
We
did our
it
predictions an hour before.
beforehand.
Oh fuck. Okay.
We did it Sunday at noon.
Eastern, 11 Central. Johnny fucking Hughes.
All right, so what we got first?
Yeah, I'm just really interested to hear what you guys thought about Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch. So I'd like to start with that one.
You mean other than the fact that she got her revenge on John Cena with that enziguri out the corner?
I guess I'd even watch it, to be honest. I was not going to waste my time.
It was not a bad match. It really wasn't.
Horrible.
And to be fair, Nikki went for that enziguri out of the corner. Becky just wasn't in position when she went for it. So I can't put all the fault on Nikki.
They went to the well too many times when it came to her, Nikki lifting Becky up into the back attack and her squirming out of it.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That was.
One too many times.
But it wasn't bad. I mean, I'm actually impressed with this Nikki Bella run. Like, I think her mic skills are the best they've ever been right now.
Agreed.
I mean, she hasn't done much active, but she didn't look bad. She's obviously still old school. Her move set is really limited, but she looked pretty good.
Yep. And other than that one miss with the enziguri, like I was joking with a while ago, she didn't fuck up. She was on fucking point. And like I said, as far as the enziguri goes, she was already going for the move when she turned around and saw Becky wasn't in position. What else was she supposed to do? Becky wasn't in her spot where she needed to be. That's just a lapse of communication. But the match itself was, I'll put it this way.
Look, say that move was fucked and she just had a brain fart. The rest of the match was okay.
I mean, I enjoyed this match more than the last fucking Lyra match. It didn't go 25 fucking minutes. I think it went maybe 2 minutes too long. But that just seems to be WWE PLEs at this point anyway.
At this point, because several of these matches went too long.
But no.
So you didn't even watch it?
Fuck no. No, I wasn't going to watch that shit, dude.
All right. You actually missed out on a decent match. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
That's fine.
All right, we got to talk about John Cena versus the greatest of all time. John Cena versus Logan Paul, y'all. I know you guys really like this one.
You know, I enjoyed this match a lot.
Agreed.
I don't. You know, we fuck around a lot, and I don't think he's a great quote unquote professional wrestler. But Logan, you can't deny how athletic and gifted that Logan Paul is.
He's a great spot monkey.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed this match. I think John Cena made Logan look phenomenal. Which is what, when we did our predictions, I was like, I think he's going to make Logan look phenomenal, but wind up with the win. Because I don't think, me personally, I don't think John Cena should lose again. And it was only to Cody because Cody's special.
Yep. And to be fair, the way they did this match and the way it ended, they have the perfect opportunity to turn Logan baby. The perfect opportunity. Because he got humbled by the greatest of all time. Where can you go from here but up? And then that tweet that he put out almost immediately after Clash in Paris.
What did it say?
Oh, fuck. Edgar, you got that tweet that Logan Paul put up after Clash?
No, but I can probably pull it up real quick.
We'll pull it up real quick if you would. They have an opportunity to make him the next big baby face here if he's willing to play ball. He can really get over with fans at this point. But here's my issue with him. Who, as a babyface, if he's babyfacing, who can you put him in there with right now that doesn't need to carry him?
Are you talking about the tweet where Logan Paul said, "When an unstoppable force meets an
Yes.
immovable object"? Okay. He says, "I wanted a match with John Cena to prove that only that I only belong in the business. Sorry, to prove that I not only belong in the business but can bring the best out of the business. Mission accomplished. For me, last night was peak professional wrestling. Fair play to John, absolute mastermind of the craft. He wrestles better than Pablo Picasso paints. I don't know if it'll ever be understood how good he is. Although my hand wasn't raised, I came away with more victories than I can count. Grateful. Go toe to toe with another GOAT. Check."
At least there's some humility there.
That's what I'm saying. They have the opportunity here now to turn him babyface.
Yeah.
But will they pull the trigger?
No telling. Probably not. He's been missing, getting more outs than hits lately.
But like I said, when I was just asking you this question, who are you going to put him in there with where he's actually going to have to carry the match? Because every match he's been in since he's been in WWE, he's had to be carried.
But why does he have to carry anyone? But just, I mean, realistically.
Because you got to see. Same way with Dom. There was a point where Dominic had to go in there and call something,
Yeah.
where he had to carry the match. At some point, you got to be able to call it instead of relying on the other dance partner. I mean, it's a culture shock in every way, shape, or form. Trust me. I remember the first time I was supposed to call a match, I froze. I grabbed a headlock for fucking 3.5 minutes, just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Is he ready for that next level of responsibility in professional wrestling?
I don't know. I know that he's gotten to the point to where if he doesn't have to lead, he can look great.
So
That buckshot lariat's got to go, though.
you mean the shit shot?
Got to go.
The shit shot.
Yeah. Pea shoot lariat.
But I mean, it still falls back. You can be carried and look great only for so long. There's going to come a point in time where the guys that can make you look great are no longer around. Then what?
Then you better put up or shut up.
They need to go ahead and start moving him in that direction now if they want him to be fucking successful at this in any way, shape, or form or fashion. Especially if they're planning on putting the fucking title on him one day.
True.
Edgar, your thoughts? Because I know how much you just love coddling his balls.
No, it was a great match, dude. I love what they did in the ring. Logan Paul was overconfident, over cocky in the ring, getting too distracted with the fans. And it just shows, the younger star, the inexperienced younger Logan Paul versus the very, very professional and well put together John Cena. It worked, dude. I was all for it. I was one of those crazy ones that thought that John Cena was going to put Logan Paul over, but John Cena won, and it was one
Yeah,
of the
but
best matches of the night.
there's a huge difference. He didn't put him over, but he got him over.
Yeah,
There's a and the latter is more important to a young superstar than getting the win.
Yep.
So I think it worked out win-win for both of them.
Agreed.
yeah. All right. What about this one? Let's see if you guys feel the same way about this one. Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed.
Well, we knew he was going to have to go off TV for a little while. So they bucked him up something good.
Yep.
I called Roman to win. We both called Roman to win. I just didn't think he was losing that match, but they really put the screws to him.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
And I keep waiting for Jacob Fatu's music to hit when Jay or Roman are getting mugged.
But why?
Because they're all family.
But he has nothing to do with Roman or Jay. He only has something to do with Jimmy right now.
And
I
they're
know,
on
but he's just
SmackDown.
as much Jay's brother.
I don't mean it in storyline.
I know, but
I mean, look at what had to happen on Monday Night Raw for Jimmy to even come out.
yeah. Well, we know they wanted to bring Jimmy over to Raw.
Mm-hmm. That was before old Naomi got pregnant, though.
That's true.
Right now, they're really building up Jimmy and Jacob as a good fucking unit, as a good tag team. Are you are you just gonna break that up now after putting so much work into it?
I don't know, but he wouldn't have come out to make that save if he wasn't going to be involved somehow.
Of course. I mean, the Usos are always going to be something you can go back to and make money off of. But at that point, now are you going to bring Jacob over to Monday Night Raw?
I'm curious to see how this is going to play out for War Games, because when it comes to the Vision, I was kind of thinking, well, they're going to have the Vision versus Punk, LA Knight, Jay and Roman, and whoever the fifth member is going to be. But then after I saw Jimmy Uso show up on Raw, I was starting to think, what if they reunite the OG bloodline versus the Vision? You know, you bring Jimmy over with Jay and Roman.
Well, the Vision
wonder
needs
if-
one more member in the meantime.
Do we really want to rehash what we did last year, though? Like, we just did a Bloodline reunion last year for War Games. Is it something we want to hash out now?
I mean, for the sake of, I think it would be a great moment if you add Jacob Fatu in there, you know, with Sami Zayn and Jay, Jimmy and Roman.
Maybe. I don't know. I want to. Just the fuck. What are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing, Elwood?
Did you let him watch the Hulk Hogan DVD?
Yeah? What do you got? Elwood's the
Are you-
world champion.
Got a new belt?
Let's see. Letter mailed to wrestling school.
Uh huh. At least he's over
Wrestling contract. Wrestler Elwood, 1-year contract. Amount is $1 million. Signed pro wrestling market.
He got a deal. Elwood
Please
got a
mail
deal.
$1,500 for promo package.
Got to give it up to Elwood, though.
Elwood.
there. You're not even 3 weeks into training. How in the
Get your god. Give me the credit card. Give me the credit
whose
card.
card is that?
That's ours.
What the fuck?
Give me. All right, I got it. Sit down. Got it. You were getting scammed, Elwood. If they're offering you $1 million contract, they wouldn't need you to send them $1,500.
Elwood, come. Let me learn you something.
Elwood, they're just hating on you, Elwood.
Right back.
I'm sorry, buddy.
They don't want to see you win, Elwood.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Come
Oh Lord. Oh God.
do this.
Jesus Christ.
He's still standing, not bleeding. He's fine. Only Happy Gilmore to one.
Oh Lord, have mercy. I've got a. Do you have any other copies of my credit card? 5?
Lock
All
that
right,
card
let's
up.
finish the show up, and then I'm gonna have.
We're gonna have a long conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
I'll get the duct tape.
Oh Jesus.
All right, where are we at? Fucking A.
We were on Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns.
Typical good. I'm surprised they opened the show.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it with the afterbirth.
Afterbirth.
I've always called shit like
I know.
Why
It's
is it-
just funny.
because you watched The Gentleman, isn't it? Yep. So with everything that made sense. My one stickler is they gave too much to Bronson, in my opinion. I mean, that's just me. How do you feel about that?
I don't really know. I think you have to give him a lot. Like, it's just not realistic for a man that size not to get his shit in. I find it ridiculous how hard he bragged after the fact, after losing a fucking match. I'm the man now. We put Roman down. Bitch, you just lost. Shut the fuck up.
I know, hard to argue that logic, though. I mean, Roman's aura personified in WWE.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, the match went 5 minutes too long. Which, that's a common thing with PLEs at this point. I don't know why I bitch about it anymore. But it just felt like they could have gave Roman just a little bit more. Because even though he's baby in the situation, he's more a tweener
Mm-hmm.
in his attitude. So he needs to be treated as such as far as how the match is put together. I think a little bit more offense from him would have made the match just a little bit better.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
I loved it. I didn't feel like they gave Bronson Reed too much. I mean, they made him look great. Roman Reigns was in defense mode most of the time. Bronson Reed was in full control of most of that entire match. I was even pulling for Bronson Reed to win because I'm like, man, if Bronson Reed beats Roman Reigns, this is gonna do wonders for Bronson Reed. But now they gave him a lot, and I think it was everything. Everything was. I thought this match was perfect from top to bottom.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Good match.
Do you guys want to talk about the tag team match and the Donnybrook match, or should we just skip to the main event?
I didn't give a fuck about either one of them.
Nope. That tag team match went at least 5 minutes too long. And I don't give a fuck about if I don't ever need to see Rusev on my television again. So I want anything bad to happen to him. I just don't need Rusev in professional wrestling.
I agree.
He brings nothing interesting to me.
Unless his
enough.
wife's on TV, then that's a different story.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the big questions. Like, Rusev won this feud versus Sheamus. I'm like, what's next for Rusev? I don't fucking know.
You
That's
put
gonna
him
be
in. You
interesting.
put him in title contention for the mid card belt, but why? Nobody wants to see that.
Versus Dom, another heel.
At this point, there's no baby faces. There's no fucking heel. Because you can't put Rusev in the world title contention. There's too much shit right now. They got enough to go until WrestleMania next year just with the 4 people that's in.
Why does he have to be in contention for any belt? Just let him fucking curtain jerk and beat jobbers and get off my fucking TV.
Then send him to fucking NXT. At least then we ain't got to watch it.
Jesus Christ. I don't need it.
Send him down there, let Obafemi beat him, and let Obafemi come up.
Do you guys want to see the Street Profits break up?
I don't care anymore. If you would have asked me a year ago, yes. Because Montez had that really great singles run there for a little bit when Angelo was out. But now I just don't fucking care.
I don't
Yeah,
know
and they
why WWE has such an affinity for breaking up perfectly good tag teams. Like, make your tag team division mean something, not just an incubator for 2 potential singles guys.
Happened to Crime Time. They were never the same.
Yeah, and they seem to be doing that a lot with their tag teams. Like a few months back, they were doing the same thing with Garza's, where Humberto Carrillo looked like he was gonna split.
Mm-hmm.
and then they did it with DIY, and nothing happened there. Then A Town Down.
Oh my
Y'all
god, they
know
did
what
that for
happened
over a fucking year.
Yeah. And now they're doing it with the Street Profits, and they're also doing it with the Miz and Carmelo Hayes right now too.
Well, they're brought together out of jealousy anyway, in my opinion. Now, if you get like a homegrown tag team like the Machine Guns, and you start doing that shit with them, I lose all faith in tag team wrestling in WWE.
Yeah, but they're still waiting for that turn. Oh, Carmelo Hayes is going to turn on the Miz and all the
And that's
Montez.
part of the intrigue of that team, and that's what makes people want to watch. Milk that shit as long as possible. Cool, awesome. Just don't disappoint us
Yeah.
with the payoff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get my hopes up when it comes to the Street Profits. It's one of those things where I gotta see it to believe it at this point because they do it
Mhm.
so much, you know.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's go to the main event, the Fatal 4-Way World Heavyweight Championship match. Punk, LA Knight, Jey Uso, and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins retained with the help of his wifey, his hyphy wifey for lifey, Becky Lynch.
This match was good. Whoever produced this match knew what the fuck they wanted from these four guys.
Mm-hmm.
But the bullshit ending was not fucking needed. And if you needed somebody to interfere, you should have put a legitimate new member there, Austin Theory, and let them be fucking shown there. What is Becky Lynch going to do for the Vision?
Absolutely nothing. It's not like they need the women's title or something.
No.
That what putting a female there, regardless of who it is, just does not make sense. A real faction, you know,
Like the only
to
thing,
to do war games and everything, you got to have 4 men.
the only thing I can think of at this point now, since they put Becky in there, is that somehow Judgment Day is going to get involved. Somehow. Just name me another group that has 3 guys and a woman.
Yeah.
And at that point, what the fuck are you going to do with Judgment Day? Because once you feed them the Vision, they're going to be nothing. They're going to be useless.
Well, I'm still wondering what Finn has up his sleeve because he's loving the.
Oh, besides those shitty tattoos?
Besides that, yeah.
I don't know, but it's coming soon. Coming real soon.
But yeah, this match was fun. I didn't really have any complaints about it. I don't know what they're doing with Jay. Like if they're gonna eventually come to a hero's come up, with all the injury and leaving him laying week after week. Something's got to happen there. A good match, good ending, minus Becky Lynch being the perpetrator. They had done the exact same match, the exact same thing, the exact same shenanigans with an Austin Theory or somebody like that, would have been perfect.
It's been more impactful.
Would have been perfect.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, I hated it. I hated it. Now, like, we didn't need to see Becky Lynch get involved in the main event scene. Like,
On that, I agree.
it's bad enough that we have to fucking put up with her in the women's intercontinental title division. And now we have to see her with, to me, like one of the best feuds that we have in all of pro wrestling is Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
Mhm.
And now it's being ruined for me. And I'm just like, what? For what? Just, Becky Lynch is just trying to insert herself in this thing and try to make everything about herself. Oh, it wasn't just, Seth Rollins matches, but in my matches, people were chanting your name, Punk. And I'm like, no, the fuck they weren't. I'm trying to make this about yourself. No one wants you here, Becky, but this is just a
Not
way
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
for them to bring, I guess people want AJ Lee to come back and defend her husband CM Punk against the big bad evil Becky Lynch. But I'm like, do you guys want to see AJ Lee come back and get mixed up in all this?
Yes.
Why?
I've always been a fan of her, number one. Number two, she's going to put asses in seats because she's been wanted by the fans for years. Same reason if you bring in Trish Stratus. Same reason if you bring in Lita, Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler. The list goes on and on and on. Nostalgia draws. And she's been one of those that's not been bastardized by returning time after time after time after time. So when she does return, it's going to mean something.
Yeah, I just
And
think
don't get it twisted. Even though she's from the Divas era, she works like a women's wrestler.
Yeah, she can go.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've watched the second season of Heels. She was on there. She was doing training with all the guys. She was actually training the women for those shows. So she still got it. She hasn't missed a fucking step.
I mean,
I'm
I've
excited for
read
her.
mixed reporting about that. Some, there's some reports saying that she's still, very active in the ring. Some people are saying that she has a lot of back issues, and I guess only time will tell. I don't know. The rumors are pretty strong now, but I think this is a perfect opportunity to get someone else over. Like you said, it would have been perfect if they brought, they added Austin Theory, but if CM Punk needs someone to come to his aid to defend him against Becky Lynch, this is a perfect opportunity to involve someone new and get someone new over instead of bringing AJ Lee back for a nostalgia run.
Okay,
I
so
don't
who
know.
would you bring in that's new that would make sense for this?
Well, I mean, literally anyone. This would put a lot of shine on someone new. But I saw Rhea Ripley have a backstage segment with CM Punk, and I'm like, that would be a cool way to get Rhea Ripley in that women's intercontinental title picture if they
But the
add
issue
Rhea
is she's
Ripley.
so intertwined with Asuka and Kyrie and Io. That's just not possible.
Io Sky on Monday Night Raw literally said, "I'm done with Rhea."
That don't mean shit. She's turning heel. Rhea's gonna, do something with Io one more time, and then Asuka's gonna fucking turn, beat the shit out of Rhea. That's how it's gonna be. But again,
Yeah,
I posed the question, and I'll pose it to you too. If it's somebody new, who are you going to put in that slot to make it make sense? Not just for somebody new to come in.
No one, because we don't know. Like sometimes there are well-known mentor-mentee relationships. Like I don't know any that he has. um,
well,
I have one
Roxanne
for you,
Perez
but
would be one, but
I got
she's
one for you, but she quit wrestling last year. Or Jade.
or Jade.
But not only is she not under contract anymore, she's done with professional wrestling, and period.
Yeah.
There's really nobody else in the women's division that they can pull on.
No. No, that's true. I mean, yeah.
but all of
Did he have
this.
some kind of relationship with Roxy? Like not intimate, but did he
AJ.
had like a?
Roxy was a real big fan of AJ. But she's
Well,
so
that,
entwined with
but
the Judgment Day shit.
Roxanne has made it pretty public that she's a huge fan of both Punk and AJ, and CM Punk has trained with Roxanne, given her a lot of advice, and has even gone as far as to call them CM Punk and AJ Lee mom and dad and that type of relationship.
Huh.
But
Okay.
I mean, she's so involved in the Judgment Day. I don't, and she's a heel. It wouldn't make sense for her to get involved.
Not to mention Liv's going to be coming back soon, so that program is about to pop off.
Yeah.
There's
I,
nobody new that you can put in that slot.
I don't know, man. I just I guess we'll find out on Friday if if it really is AJ Lee or not. I hope
Hope
not
so.
though.
Hope we find out one way or the other.
Yep.
But I hope she's coming back. I've always liked her. She's kept in good shape. Well, fellas, I know we didn't get very far down the list, but I think I'm calling it.
I'm good with that.
That was good.
All right, you want to do the pleasantries?
Let's do a quick version of the pleasantry. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget about War Games. We're doing the part 2 on the Triple H thing. Don't forget about HS.
Fantasy War.
What did I say?
War games.
War Games.
Fantasy War.
I'm fucking wiped, dude. Today's been one of those days.
That's it.
Don't forget HSP at noon this Sunday, 11 Eastern or 11 Central. Johnny, I'm tired. Johnny, you know what fucking time it is. Well, we're going to go over through the rise, the fall, and the slight rise again of the Wyatt 6. Been doing some study on this one. I got some good notes, so I'm expecting good things. Good things. And, of course, every Tuesday night, you have Weekend Wrestling with Dark Horse, Draven Grimes, and Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast. Edgar, please plug your shit.
At Snug Wrestling, got a lot of shit coming out this week. Tomorrow, I'll probably be doing Dynamite reviews. Thursday, my one-on-one with Mr. Blood. Check it out at Snug Wrestling.
Awesome. Make sure you also find us on all the social media platforms at Heel Shit Podcast. If you have any questions for the show, heelshitpodcast@gmail.com. Send them in. We got no problem answering them for you. Don't forget about the YouTube, the $1.99, the $4.99 tiers. He's gone over it at nausea at this point over the last 6 months. You know what's in it. You know what's not in it. And do not forget the merch.
The merch.
Those pathetic by allow it is fucking beautiful. As always, all HSP, all TFK, Draven Crimes, Dark Cordz, Rip Ruiz, the Futt Logan Paul shirt, all that good shit, and the Streamlabs down below. I'm fucking wiped, dude.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Well, as much as we did. fuck you too. I'm enjoying it.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm wiped.
All right, for Draven Grimes and Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Bad guys do. Peace.
K-pop sucks.